What's up, everybody? So the plan that I had come up with to attach my transducer completely went out the window yesterday. I had a really good plan, but when I tried to put it out there or mount it, it just fell apart. So this is kind of where I landed. This is kind of where I'm leaning that I'm gonna end up finishing off. I'll probably just end up siliconing that. But what I did was I ended up just using the actual scupper plug, which um, looks just like this. Okay, and that goes right in there. And I ended up drilling a hole big enough for the transducer cord that goes to the Lowrance hook 5 triple shot, and then I put that through. Those two zip ties are actually holding the transducer right there. So this is a triple shot, which means that it has the longer transducer. So what I'm thinking that I'm going to do is I'm going to end up filling, I don't know if you guys could see that, I'm going to fill that whole pocket in there with some Flex Seal is what I'm thinking. So as it stands right now, if my thought process is that I will flip the kayak upside down, and then I'm gonna pour using one of those like quart size Flex Seal cans. I'm gonna pour that whole thing in there, and then I'm gonna fill it to like somewhere here. So I think it'll be a little bit more rigid, but right now it's being held up by basically those two zip ties. So it is below the, I think this is called a gunnel. Shoot, I'm not really good with my boat terms, but I don't think that this is gonna hit the ground if I'm like transporting it. But that's kind of where I ended up mounting it. So there's a set of scupper plugs back there. This is the one right after, and then there's two more sets, and I kind of went with this one just because I felt like it was in the best position. Just real quick, wanted to show you what else I put on here. I did end up putting one of these Yak power things, and that controls, see, it lights up red, and that controls your fish finder. So right now I don't have any of the cables. I haven't done any cable management because I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to keep it here. I might end up moving it to this side, or I might move it back there. So what I did was I just kind of bunched up the cable here, and that goes under my seat. So so it's not going to be visible, but I'm going to do it like this just so that I can take her out and see if I like the position of the fish finder, and if I like what I did with the transducer. So but one of the cool thing about this thing is it has lights that light up, so that's going to be pretty cool. So I have two blue lights there, and then I also have one I actually mounted one back here, which is pretty cool. So just give you guys a overview of that. And then I have that Yak Attack crate, but I think it's gonna look pretty good. I have to figure out something to do with this paddle. I don't really like the positioning of these paddle holders that I got because they get in the way of this cup holder / rod holder. So I'm thinking that I'm going to end up doing something like this, but replace this with some sort of ball, like a ball mount or something that I can just detach the wire and mount it over. But I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. Like I said, I hope it turns out good. And yeah, so I'll stay tuned for more updates. I'll let you guys know how it goes.